All right, let's dive in. Today, we're talking about the AI industry, which right now is in the middle of a frantic, high-stakes competition. Honestly, it's less of a slow and steady evolution and more like a global gold rush. You've got corporations, even entire countries, scrambling to stake their claim.
And this quote from Microsoft's AI chief, Mustafa Suleyman, really puts the scale of this ambition into perspective. He's not just hinting at progress, he's forecasting a massive computation ramp. What he means is an absolutely incredible surge in the raw computing power they're going to need to build the next generation of AI. We're talking about the giant models that power everything from chatbots to image generators. This right here is the engine driving the entire gold rush.
So, this relentless push for more and more power has kicked off what is, let's be honest, an arms race. But here's the interesting part. It's not just about who can build the biggest digital brain. No, this race is happening on multiple fronts, pushing the limits of both pure intelligence and, actual physical capability.
And you can see these two key battlegrounds playing out right here. On one side, you have companies like Microsoft just going all in on raw computational power, that's the mind, to create these enormous, incredibly capable AI models. But at the exact same time, you have breakthroughs like the Gen 1 model, which is all about matter. The goal there is to give humanoid robots the physical dexterity to do really complex stuff in the real world. It's a race for both the smartest digital brain and the most capable physical body.
Now, as you'd probably guess, in any gold rush, when the stakes get this high, well, people start building walls. This intense competition is creating all sorts of fractures and fortresses across the entire ecosystem, from tiny startups all the way up to global superpowers. The walls are going up. We're already seeing this happen at the corporate level. Take Anthropic, for example. They're cutting off third-party access to their Claude API. Now, the official story is that they need to manage capacity, but what this really does is funnel everyone onto their own platform. It's a classic case of building a walled garden.
And this fragmentation isn't just happening between companies, it's political too. In the US, the big push to create one single federal law for AI has totally stalled out. That leaves companies trying to navigate this really confusing and expensive patchwork of different rules from state to state. It just creates a huge amount of uncertainty for everyone.
And the pressure is absolutely geopolitical. The price for Huawei's brand new AI chip has already spiked 20%, and it's not even in mass production yet. Why? Because Chinese tech giants are rushing to build their AI systems on their own domestic hardware. This is a very clear sign that we're moving towards separate, national tech ecosystems.
Look, this frantic race for digital supremacy, it isn't happening in some abstract vacuum. It has very real, very tangible consequences for people's jobs and for the actual physical infrastructure that holds up our entire digital world. And on the human side of things, the impact is already crystal clear. Get this, a full quarter, 25% of all recent job cuts in the US are now being attributed to AI-driven restructuring. This isn't some far-off prediction anymore. It is happening right now. And the data shows the trend is only accelerating as more companies bring these new AI tools online.
It's not just jobs that are at risk either. The physical stuff is also incredibly vulnerable. We think of the cloud as this magical thing that just exists out there, right? But it's not. It's made of real buildings, real data centers. And an internal Amazon memo recently revealed that 2 of their major data center zones in the Middle East went hard down. This shows a massive vulnerability in the very backbone of the whole AI industry.
So what caused this huge outage? Was it a software bug? A power failure? No. The reported cause was kinetic strikes. That's a military term for a physical attack. It's a pretty chilling reminder that this entire digital AI enterprise we're building rests on physical infrastructure that can become a target in a real-world conflict.
And now we get to the great paradox in all of this, because even as AI is starting to eliminate jobs on a massive scale, the competition for a very, very specific type of human expert has never been more intense. It has kicked off this desperate global scramble for the absolute best talent.
Just try to wrap your head around this number for a second. $18 million. That's the annual salary a Chinese robotics company is offering for one single person. So while a quarter of layoffs are now being blamed on AI, there's a historic bidding war for the tiny handful of people who can actually build the next generation of this stuff. That gap between the haves and the have-nots, it's widening at an absolutely incredible pace.
And all of this leaves us with a final, really crucial question. This AI gold rush, it's undeniably building a new future. It's creating unbelievable value and capabilities, but it's also causing immense disruption.
It's concentrating power, and it's raising the stakes for every single one of us. So the question we really have to grapple with is this. As we race forward, who gets to be an architect of that future? And who is simply being left behind in the dust?